And now the opening lineup for Boston. Down on the block, it's Tatum with Kata. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. And for the Hornets, Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Knipple out there with Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the center position. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this grade, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against Memphis. Outside, Ball. Miller kicks to Ball. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. The rebound by Kata. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you.
Boy, that's weight room strength there, just muscling in this shot despite the aggressive coverage. That's good work by Bridges.
Charlotte shooting their first free throw of the game here.
At the line for 1, Miles Bridges.
And that one falls for Bridges. Over the last 2 decades, Kemba Walker has been one of the few bright spots, Clark, for Charlotte basketball.
Yeah, you look back at his time there, he led the Hornets to their last 2 playoff appearances, Kevin. He retired as their all-time leading scorer, and now they're thrilled to have Kemba Walker back as a player enhancement coach.
Now here's Brown. Last game with 30 points. There's the 3. And the basket by Hauser.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Ball against White. Left side, Ball out to Miller. The 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Tatum with it. Last time out he had 13 points. Down low. Here's Kata. Makes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Knipple. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game.
No hesitation from Bridges there. He knows exactly when he should look to shoot it off the cap.
Now here's Brown. Back to White. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound, Celtics. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
You know, I think Brown is really good at using his large frame to corral these rebounds. Exceptional at how he attacks the boards.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
And Tatum is pretty calm out there. He does not rattle easily. Incredible concentration in the face of hardcore defense there.
Here's Knipple. Back to Ball. The tray. The rebound by Kata. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And White kicks to Tatum. No good on the three. Charlotte trailing. Here's Knipple. And again, the Hornets missing. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Brown feeling out a bit to the wing right side. For the three. He's off on that one. Charlotte's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Out to Bridges. Inside. Here's Diabate. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, not many games remain in the season, and the posturing beginning for these teams as they jostle for postseason positioning.
Yeah, this is the time to give full effort and to really communicate. When the pressure rises, teams can either gel together or fall apart.
No good on the free throw. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. The Celtics with the lead. Pass to White. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Brown, no good. Hornets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Now Bridges, guarded by Tatum. Deflects the pass. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
We know Tatum's got a terrific jumper, but I like when he pounds that paint too.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Here on the 2K leaderboard of the NBA's leading defensive teams since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Celtics. The Hornets 4th.
You know, the biggest thing defensively is you just want to force tough shots. And that's resulted in really good numbers for both of these teams since the All-Star break.
Hornets trail by 3. Outside, Ball. Trying to end the drought. Out to Bridges. And here they come. Here's Tatum. That one goes. Count it. Tatum's got 6. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle skills for the Celtics?
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
Bridges misses. Celtics leading by 5 to the paint. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Celtics shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons, and his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
Sinks the triple.
He will not think twice about letting it fly if ball gets a look that he likes.
Pass to Hauser. Now here's Tatum. from downtown. Hornets with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
So it's Boston now, after Miles Bridges getting his shot to go from deep. And it's Jason Tatum with a three. Tatum's got 12 points in the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside ball. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Outside White. And again, Boston with the triple.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Ball up top. White covering. Out to White. Lets the three fly. They get it again. Knappel wide open, and he fires. And a miss there on the triple. Boston leading by 8. Over in the corner, Brown. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Guys?
A great passer. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensive.
Here's White after the basket by Boston. There's Ball with the three. Rebounded by Hauser.
Hey, I think that green light they'd given him early should probably go red now. I mean, he needs to get some other folks involved.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Now White. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Boston leading by 13. Here's Garza. It's blocked, and they recover it. White against Brown. Out left to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. From deep. Diabate grabs the board. Brown's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Pass to Diabate. Here's Ball to end the run. Drills the three-pointer. Ball's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Hornets.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
To the inside. Here's Garza, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Pass to Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brown's got 8.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
White against White. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And just running the offense, White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Celtics leading by 9. Outside White. And there's the drive, and White slams it in.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Now, here's Ball. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Brown with it. He's covered by Ball. Brown, no good. Pass to White. And here is Ball. He's got 9. Back to White.
I got him.
Here's Diabate. Second chance shot. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
The Hornets shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Pritchard. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. His 3-pointers off the mark. Hornets trail by 8. Pass to James. Basket counts. Outside Tatum. Hits the 3-point bomb. Tatum's got 15.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Diabate's shot is good.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He is and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
We've got McNeely. Kobe White is out there with James. Then there's Miles Bridges. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Bucket is good.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Celtics leading by 4. Garza. He had 22 points in the win against Memphis. Outside Tatum. Clock at 6. Bridges with the steal. Pass to White. Back to Bridges. James looking it over. Lets it go with the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Tatum against Bridges. Pass to McNeely. 4 on the shot clock. Here's White. And it's off from three-point range.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
An efficient score, Kobe White, effective with or great without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Let's get on our feet and make some noise.
Charlotte making the switch here. Miller's checked in. Austin also with the sub. Walsh is checked in. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Now here's White. Still scoreless. Bridges, right side. Shoots it up. Charlotte no good that time either.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Tatum with it. He's got 20. Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
Now White, he's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here's Bridges. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
Well, he's very dependable from that area. So Bridges, to me, should look to keep attacking when he gets the ball in this space.
Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
An athletic forward who dunks it with style. He's showing off his dunking ability right there.
White the pass to Miller. To the middle. He makes the Johnny from the left block. 8 points for him. Celtics leading by 9. Here's Pritchard. Still without a basket. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
3 points.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Flipping the switch right now. There's no stopping Miles Bridges. He knows it, and his teammates do too.
Tatum against Bridges. Inside. Tatum automatic.
Boy, they need to ride him as far as he can take him because he is pedal to the metal right now.
White the pass to Bridges. Back to White. And White with the stuff.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Knicks check in for Charlotte. LaMelo Ball comes in for Kobe White. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Tatum on the wing. He's got 26. It's the floater, and it's blocked. Hornets trail by 10. Miller surveying the floor. Charlotte moving it around. Pass to Bridges. 6 to shoot. And Pritchard pulls it down. Boston leading by 10. There's Brown with the 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Miller outside. And you look at the top players in the NBA, one thing a lot of them share in common, the ability to change speed.
Yeah, they call it being shifty, herky-jerky, playing at your own pace. I love guys that never seem to be rushed. Something we see from SGA, Jalen Brunson, even the Joker, Nikola Jokic, all seem to have their own pace and cadence of play because of their remarkable fundamentals.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes, they last days.
Pritchard with the ball. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Miller outside. Pass to Bridges. Down low. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And now just a 4-point Celtic lead. Outside White. And here is Tatum. To end the drought. And White, the bucket on the assist by Tatum. White's got 8.
Well, he might not be a pure shooter, but he's a very steady one. I like that they're getting White something in rhythm here.
Miller outside. And they'll get another chance. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup. Miller's got his second basket of the game.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
Hauser the pass to Brown. Pass to Tatum. Out to White. There's the triple. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 5th assist in this one. Now, Knippel. Back to Ball. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown's got 4 rebounds in this game. Tatum with it. Bridges covering. Took him no time at all on that one. And now a 10-point Boston lead.
You can't excel at all as a defender on Tatum. Mid-range not his go-to spot, but he took advantage there.
Inside and stolen by Tatum. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you." Back to you, Kevin.
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
Did you see that? Crossed the defender up and left him grasping at air.
And then exploded to the bucket for the finish. That was just an outstanding play from start to finish.
And here's Tatum for three. Bangs home the trifecta. Tatum's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Celtics. Pass to Knippel. Miller kicks to Bridges. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Bridges has got 18 points.
That's his third triple of the game. It's the first one in the second quarter.
And here is Tatum. He's got 31. And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. Now Ball. There's a minute 47 left in the first half of the game. That three off the mark. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston.
Oh, my goodness. Come on now. Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
Lets it go from 11. Ball, no good.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
Brown dishes to White. From the arc. Ball with the rebound. Hornets trail by 12. Miller outside. Pass to Knippel. Miller kicks to Ball. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
You know, they're working the outside game more than they did in the first quarter. The balanced approach seems to be paying off.
For Charlotte, they have made two and missed two at the line tonight.
LaMelo Ball. Shooting one.
You know, you come up with a list of all of the creative players in the league, and, you know, you've got to have LaMelo Ball on that list somewhere near the top. You know, he gives you head-turning passes at least a couple of times a game.
Tatum through contact. Tatum.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Fires away from outside. And the last second attempt, Boston Celtics. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll return shortly.
And get ready for some high RPM and amazing stunts from your pocket light. Arena Entertainment.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Charlotte Hornets.
Sometimes you try on defense and still get scored on, and that's what's happening right now. They're struggling to find the answers, Shaq.
Got to tighten up, that's all I'll say.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
You take a look at the Hornets, a month left in the season. We still don't get to know where they land. Playoffs, play-in, or Cancun. A lot of options on the table.
Man, I know which they prefer, but it's going to take some good play down the stretch to get it done.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Hornets trail by 11. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Down on the block, it's Tatum with Keita. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the 3. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside.
Looking here at some numbers for Brown. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. And such a great distributor and decision maker among the top 10 in assists per game.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. The first one falls. Both good from the line that time. Here's Tatum. Pass to White. There's the screen. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They host the Kings after this game. Now here's Ball. Hauser defending. Now, here's Ball. It's good. Ball's got 16 points.
Really important for Ball to maintain his poise around the basket. That's what allows him to take a bump like that and still convert.
Right, the pass to Tatum. To the paint. Here's Keita. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Yeah, they want to get the half off to a quick start, and they know who to go to.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Now Ball. 16 points for him. Miller outside. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. 10 points for him.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass is coming.
Brown kicks to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. The three-point shot is pure for Tatum.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Pass to Kneppel. And it's denied. They recover it. Ball from long range. Rebounded by Hauser. Celtics leading by 10. Brown finds Tatum. Beyond the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Kneppel. No scoring in this one. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
To the middle. Here's Keita. Sinks that one from the post. Keita's got 5 points in the quarter.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. You look at the Celtics. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, the Charlotte Hornets. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And checking out Charlotte, they have clear goals in this final month. Time to secure a spot in the play-in because that's their ticket into the playoffs.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Bridges kicks the ball. Here's the screen. Off target from outside. Boston leading by 13. Hauser finds White. Outside Tatum. Into the lane. Tatum goes to the reverse layup and claps it in. Tatum's got 43 points. Outside, Ball. Miller outside. Back to Ball. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Celtics.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
White looking around. Bridges against Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Pass to Bridges. Now here is Miller. Just 5 to shoot. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Knippel, no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
White, wide open. He fired. Off target with his 3. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Trailing by 17. Outside, Ball. Pass to Bridges. Now Miller. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
It looked rushed, but Miller was in complete control.
Clark, the future of the league is bright with the likes of Brandon Miller roaming the floor.
Yeah, I like him a lot. In 2024, he was 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting. Chet and Wemby were the 2 guys ahead of him, and we know how good both of those guys are. I think he's in a great position to continue to grow and potentially be an all-star.
Ball, the pass to Miller. Here's Knippel. To the inside. It's intercepted. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Hauser. Offline with his 3. Hornets trail by 17. Bridges kicks the ball. This one for 3. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Pass to Hauser. Fires the 3. They get the rebound. Queta draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
White, he's checked in for the Hornets. Charlotte's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Pass to Bridges. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's Ball in the corner. Knippel with it. And again, the Hornets missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Hornets trail by 20. White looking around. Pass to Knippel, and it's Ball in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target. Ball's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Here's Hauser. Outside Tatum. For 3. Here's Queta. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Queta's got 10 points in just the second half. Pass to Knippel. In the corner, it's Bridges. There's the pick. 5 to shoot. The rebound by the Celtics. Brown's got 8 rebounds in this game. Now Hauser. Back to Brown. Tatum on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Tatum down low. He's against Bridges. And the basket by Tatum.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Knippel with it. Still yet to score, and they pick up 2.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Brown right side. Pass to Queta. And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. Queta's got 14 points.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Bridges outside. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
He's giving them a spark because he can't win this game all by himself.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. On defense, Charlotte, 19-point game. Pritchard against White. Pritchard passes to Gonzalez. Here's Shireman. Clock at 4. Pritchard from outside buries the long-range jumper. Pritchard's got his second basket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Bridges, right side. Puts it up from 7. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Well, once he gets on a roll, there isn't a lot you can do to slow him down.
Pritchard against White. Pass to Shireman. Out to the wing. Now Pritchard. He's got 6. Oh, good on the triple.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Outside Gonzalez. Here's Shireman. He has yet to score. Pass to Queta. Now Pritchard. Shoots the three. And James pulls it down.
Not the best shooting night for him, but luckily his teammates have picked him up.
Now Knippel. Now Bridges. And here's James outside. Drills it from outside. James has got 5 points so far.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Pritchard passes to Gonzalez. Here's Queta. Here's Walsh. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Again, the miss by the Celtics. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here is James. He's got 5. Out to White from past the arc. And another 3 for Charlotte.
A volume three-point shooter. You have to expect White to connect on those looks from the outside.
Pritchard with the ball. Pass to Gonzalez to stop the drought. That one, no good. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. Right back after this break. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Williams all out there with White. Then there's Brandon Miller. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Now Pritchard. Here's Shireman. Drains it from beyond the arc. Shireman's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Celtics. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Trailing by 17. Fires from deep. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Garza. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Outside, Ball. On the wing, Williams. Miller outside. Shot from the wing. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Garza. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Boy, he's an incredible ball handler at 6'7". Melo can get space for a shot practically anytime he wants to.
Williams against Tatum. Over Williams. Tatum no good.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
And Ball slams it in.
It's good to see Ball not settling for a jump shot. He's at his best when he's attacking the rim.
Here's Shireman. Outside Tatum. There's the pick. Pass to Garza. Takes the 3. That shot missing.
You know he wants that one back. Right in his wheelhouse.
Williams kicks to White. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Charlotte moving the ball around. Outside, Ball. Good on the three-point shot. Ball's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And the Hornets making a change here. Salon's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Brownie's checked in for Gonzalez. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out." Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it.
Thank you, Allie. Pritchard with the ball. Back to Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Launches from deep. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Now Miller. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, powering through the foul there. Miller showing some serious intensity.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the second overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
Here's Tatum. Nifty move. And he lays it up and in. Tatum's got 49 points in the game.
He's a big reason why they're on top. I imagine they'll keep feeding him. I would.
Outside, Ball. Goes up the baseline, and he hits the jump shot. Ball's got 14 points now in the second half.
And when you thought this fourth quarter was simply a formality, all of a sudden the offense picks up, and now we have a game.
Can't quite put my finger on it, but something gave them a jolt, and now they're knocking down everything. We've got some fireworks in store for us down the stretch. That's a guy you need to defend, especially from range.
And Shireman pulls it down. Shireman's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Pritchard. Now here's Tatum. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Hornets trail by 11. Now here's White. There's Ball with the 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Tatum. Brown outside. Yes, that goes in. And the Celtics lead by 13.
And, you know, we've seen Brown accept more responsibility over time on offense, including taking these quick shots.
And here is Ball from outside the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. Ball's got 31 points.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
Outside Tatum. There's a screen. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. White's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Miller. The step back jumper is good. Miller's got it back down to single digits for Charlotte.
And he loves that area. Miller can cause a lot of headaches for a defense with his ability from the mid-range.
Now Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Outside ball. Miller with a wide open look. And it's the Hornets another three.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for him.
Tatum passes to Pritchard. It's stolen by White. And it's Miller in the corner. Pass to White. Now, here's Ball. He's covered by Brown. Back to Ball. The shot from the low post is good. Now, just a 5-point Celtic lead.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. And he's getting to a spot, shooting the ball with confidence. Excellent turnaround for him.
They set the pick. Brown wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range. Charlotte has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Pass to Miller. Now Ball fires the three, and it's the Hornets another three.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Here's Brown. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Charlotte's gone 4 of 6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. To tie it up. And it's good on the way. And that ties it up.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end. I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time, son.
The Celtics shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. The kick out to Brown. Here's Pritchard. Tatum setting the pick for Pritchard. Tatum on the wing. Another one goes. Incredible.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Kobe White. Now Miller. Outside ball. Trying again. He got it right before the clock ran out.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Celtics ball.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. Knippel comes in for White.
Substitution on the board.
.22 is their biggest lead. And here is Tatum. Jacks up a three. Buries the deep ball.
He is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
It's blocked. Hauser with the ball. White down low. Defended by Bridges. He got it again. Sensational. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in. Here's Ball. White pulls it down. Boston leading by 6. Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
Really love how Brown distributes the ball, keeping his eyes moving at all times.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Shoots. And he can't stop the runners that misses. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Now White. Strong move off the glass.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Celtics.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W count for the season, we go down with their 48th win.
And this victory tonight will even things up in the season series. One apiece. Consider it repayment for the last time these two teams met. They get their revenge here with 2 more left to play on the year against Charlotte.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jason Tatum.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits. And so he makes both from the line. .54 seconds left in the game. Now Hauser, outside Brown. Shot clock at 6. Now White. Tatum fires. And he does not hit.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up, W in the bag.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. From deep. And down goes the 3. Now timeout called by Boston. They're ahead by 5.
And look who's running onto the floor. Applause, everyone. Your honeybees.
And so they foul intentionally.
LaMelo Ball. First personal foul.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
LaMelo Ball. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Boston, Derek White. Taking 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Those free throws right there now give them a little bit of breathing room.
Charlotte calls timeout. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Seven-point differential. He drills the three.
You know, on defense, even on an inbounds play, you can't leave three-point shooters alone on the perimeter. They paid for it there.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That should about seal the deal, showing the killer instinct.
Bridges. And the three misses. And an intentional foul right there.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. The three goes down. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
So let's go courtside, where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game. Allie.
Jason, with you guys being such a young team, how do you continue to improve to reach your potential?
We got to watch film. I mean, we did a lot of good things today. A lot of things we could have done better. And we just got to be focused, composed, and play with a lot of poise, and we'll be fine.
Poise normally comes with experience, but because you're so young, you're finding it early. Congrats.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.